from our digital empowerment category winner, and that is Lemonerdy University. So please help me in giving a warm T-Mobile welcome to Eden and David as they make their way up to the stage.
I'm David Wilson, a two-time founder and award-winning photographer, videographer, and editor.
And I'm Ian Wilson, an award-winning tech ambassador, coder, and YouTube partner with over 8 years of on-camera experience. You wouldn't know it, but I used to avoid science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM subjects, like the plague. It took a young mentor who looked like me to help me finally see myself succeeding in the field I was passionate about, and it changed everything for me. I put my own coding tutorials on my YouTube channel and received messages from girls around the world, inspired by girls who look like them, teaching them to code. My mentor inspired me to become a role model myself. And I wanted other youth to be a part of that process, being inspired and inspiring others. This is why we started Lemonerdy University.
Lemonerdy U is an ad-free, subscription-based, peer-to-peer education platform that combines live online instruction and self-paced courses in STEM taught by a diverse team of youth instructors who earn a competitive wage. Lemonerdy U addresses two important problems for young people. The first is the lack of structured, diverse, peer-led education. The second is limited options for youth to earn money as online course creators and instructors. Imagine we worked for weeks or months on a project and got paid very little or not at all.
When I wanted to get into teaching computer science, I couldn't find any platforms who would pay me fair wages for my work and allow tutors under 18. When people need something done but don't want to pay, they say, we'll just get some kid to do it. We're not here to judge, we're here to help. Lemonerdy U is dedicated to solving that problem and empowering youth in the process.
Studies show that people learn faster and retain more when they're taught by their peers. Peer instruction has been shown to increase confidence. When you see someone near your age who looks like you and sounds like you, not only knows what you want to know, but can teach it, you believe you can learn it too. We're empowering youth who grew up just like Eden to not only find STEM mentors they identify with, but to be those mentors for others.
Lemonerdy U provides live and self-paced courses. Let's follow an example instructor named Cecilia in the process of making one.
Cecilia is interested in film and video and editing behind the scenes. During the scripting process, Cecilia will work with an editing professional to plan the shots and the cinematic elements of the course. When the course is approved and the script is complete, Cecilia will work behind the camera to film the course and edit it with her team.
Cecilia is employed by Lemonerdy University through a local summer youth employment program, which pays well above minimum wage. By the end of the summer, she not only has some money in her pocket and a course on her resume, but new film and video skills she can take with her through the rest of her career. We want to market Lemonerdy U's courses to school systems. Our goal is to reach 5,000 users by the end of 2024. To put that into perspective, 5,000 users is just 4% of the 7th through 12th graders in our school system alone. We have such a big impact to make, and we're ready to take on the challenge.
So where are we now? We've built the Lemonerdy U platform and signed up over 80 beta users, including parents, teachers, school administrators, and students for beta testing that starts early next year.
What do we need? We need to connect with administrators, superintendents, and those who manage the EdTech subscriptions for their schools. We need camera-ready kids and great educational content. We will work with performing arts schools to find on-camera talent and educators to find the most brilliant young STEM stars to write scripts.
At Lemonerdy U, we embrace the genius of youth instructors, pay them what they deserve, and are committed to diversity.
Diversity in STEM builds trust and dismantles stereotypes early, which strengthens our global community. 70% of students we surveyed believe there is not enough gender or racial diversity in STEM education.
Diversity in STEM is not just for underrepresented people to see themselves. It's for everyone to see them, to see us, and realize that women,
Black, Hispanic,
autistic, deaf,
and all intersections of youth can succeed in STEM. It's possible, and we want it to be a reality.
Our peer-to-peer education platform, Lemonerdy University, encourages students to be what they can see. Thank you. Any questions?
I'm totally, wow. Trying to get the question out. Lemonerdy.
Yes.
The name comes from, resonates because, like, tell me a little bit about the name.
So I came up with that name in 6th grade. It's the name of my YouTube channel that I've had since then, and the way we came up with it was pretty random. Lemon is like my favorite flavor of everything, and my mom asked me, what's something that describes you? And I said, I'm a nerd. So we put those two together and we came up with Lemonerdy, and that ended up being something that really represented my YouTube channel and the mission that we have for Lemonerdy University, because my channel was a place where I got to express myself and all the things that I loved and just be a nerd. You know, lemons was something that I love, coding is something that I love, cooking, and all of those different things are parts of my identity, and I wanted to empower other people to be able to embrace those things about them, and I've really gotten a lot of feedback that shows that.
And that's come to be like a term that we refer to the following base as, like you'll see in her all of her videos, she starts off with, hey Lemonerds, hey Lemonerds, hey Lemonerds. So yeah, that's who we refer to the next.
And great job with the continuation of the branding of the yellow.
I'm also a big fan of the outfits. Awesome job. Can you take us through a little bit of like the sort of economic model around this? Like, what does the subscription cost? Some of those aspects. I'm also really interested in, with your kind of distributed content production approach, you know, you talked about sort of engaging performing arts schools and STEM students. How do you maintain quality of the content that goes on the platform? So,
Good question. So to answer the quality part and a little bit of how we recruit our youth. So Lemonerdy U is mainly a summer program where we recruit youth from all over the city, depending on which city you're in. And our local summer youth employment programs, we've both been employed by our local summer youth employment programs, and it's actually the government that pays the youth to make sure that they have reduced taxes because they're young and they want to keep that money. And that's where we'll get all of our youth from, and of course we're going to market that summer youth employment program to youth to Chicago Public Schools or Atlanta Public Schools, depending on where we start that program. And then we're also planning on hiring teachers over the summer, so film and video teachers and STEM teachers, computer science teachers, so that they can work with the youth and really teach them how to develop those courses, because one of the main components of Lemonerdy University is making sure that the students leave the program with something on their resume and also skills that they can use in the rest of their life. I hope that answers your question.
it did. That was an awesome answer.
You like the outfits and the branding. 80 beta users, what are you learning from your beta right now?
So we're starting the beta testing early next year, but we have a course created, our platform. We built the platform, and we're getting everything set up and ready to start. We've created one course just between the two of us, and yeah. So
let me rephrase the question. What would you be looking to learn from the beta?
Some of the things that we're looking to learn is really engagement, how long we need the videos to be to keep their attention spans varying on the ages. Right now our target audience, we're limiting it to 7th through 12th graders. So, kids, they have really short attention spans. So we want to make sure that as we create a few courses, that we know how long the videos need to be so that we can optimize it, so that we can keep those kids engaged for a longer time, and then just repeat that process on a larger scale once we get the summer program started and we start hiring influencers beyond David and myself.
How did you come to understand the power of that peer-to-peer teaching? It's a really interesting topic.
That's a really good question. That's more of a question for me, because I have been I've been in a lot of different computer science classes. A lot of times I have been one of the very few women in my class, and it was actually through a Girls Who Code program that I remember. I was during the summer, it was virtual during the pandemic, but I had logged on, and the instructor, she introduced herself, and I don't know, like I'm starting to cry right now, but she introduced herself and she said that her name was Bree, she was just like me, and she said she worked at IBM. And after that, I ran out of my room. I told my mom, I was like, there's a black woman and she works at IBM, and I was like, I can do this. So that really made me think that after I became that role model, I wanted every other girl to be able to have that experience where they see somebody who looks like them and they know they can do it.
a total empathy crier, something like that. I was just gonna ask the seed funding, just to get a little bit more crystal clear. What do you need it for? What is it gonna help you? Are there obstacles you're trying to overcome at this point?
So we're planning to use the seed funding to upgrade our equipment and all of the, so I'm more of a behind the scenes person. From the beginning when we started doing Lemonerdy University, Lemonerdy as a YouTube channel, I was the lighting, the cameraman, the editing, all the things behind the scenes. So we would use the funding to pay our instructors and the content reviewers and the scripters, so the adults, because they can't work through the local summer youth employment programs. So we would use that to pay them, as well as getting the equipment that the youth would need to film the course, and that's some pretty advanced equipment. So yeah, we would use that to help them pay for that.
I would just say, I'm a PR person, so I think there's a lot of us that would love to also help volunteer in something like that. So don't forget us over here that want to be helpers.
Better change your color to magenta.
That's sprint.
That's right.
Okay, I think last question. Congrats, fabulous presentation. I think everybody said that. I'll echo that. You talked a little bit, and maybe I just missed this because you had so much amazing data that I was just lost in your whole presentation, but you talked a little bit about working with schools. And this is, I think, a fantastic, I love the peer-to-peer, I love the use of technology and YouTube channels in order to garner reach. But then, do you think about this as an augment when you engage with schools and schools? How are you, what's the vision in your head of how you think it should work? Obviously, as you get into the beta, you may decide that there's other paths, but how are you thinking about that with the school aspect of it?
So, as we mentioned before, our target market is school systems, and in the school system that we're in right now, Chicago Public Schools, my brother's graduating, I'm still a senior. There's a process where there's a certain point in the year where their schools are allowed to purchase new EdTech subscriptions, and any teacher that's inside the school can use that for their classrooms. So we would want it, we have a part of the platform where teachers can log in and they can monitor their students' progress, they can access their quiz scores and make it a part of their curriculum. So one of the things that we're really looking forward to doing is working with the Computer Science Teachers Association to make sure that our courses that we're creating are aligned with those CSTA standards, so that it's a lot more marketable to school systems, because it's not just topic based on the things that the teachers are already trying to teach, but it's really aligned with curriculum that they're required to do during their courses.